visiting her stepdad's house, which he lives in Moorestown, Michigan. He actually lives right on Moorestown Road, which is just outside of Lake City, Michigan. It was approximately, I want to say middle of October, maybe first, second week of October. We were going to her friend's house who live on Moorestown Road as well. And we had spent a little time at their house. We came back to her stepdad's house. It had gotten dark at that time. And as we were leaving her stepdad's house, sorry, I'm getting chills thinking about it. But we pulled out of the driveway onto Moorestown Road, and she started going. She drives pretty fast. We were doing about 30 miles per hour when I looked to my right. I was in the front passenger seat of her Chevy Blazer, which is not a super low car. And to my right was this wolf head creature running with our Blazer. Black fur, also with some gray fur under the chin. I remember it specifically because it was within 2 feet of my head, and he's running with the Blazer. And I said, "Go, go, go," because I didn't know what it was. And she said, what? And she took off, and
Yeah,
I don't know.
I
You
just started driving, but I just could barely, I seen you freaking out more than, but yeah.
It didn't make any noise, but when I looked at it, it looked at us, and its eyes were red. And I don't know. I've never been scared of an object like that, but I was actually pretty scared at that moment. That was why I said go, 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 because I wasn't sure what this was. But in a running position on two legs, because this wasn't on four legs, this was on two legs, and its head was at the top of the window. So I'm assuming if this thing was standing up, it was probably close to 7 feet tall. And that was kind of our experience. When she said go, 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 she got up to probably about 50, and it kind of faded off to the side, and I didn't see what part of the woods it ran off to, but there wasn't very many houses in that area.
Can you remember any more detail of the face?
Other than the fact that it was like was it like lean. That was one of the big things, was that the snout was long. So, and then as I looked at its shoulders as it's running, it seemed very lean to me, like kind of like a wolf would be lean, um, almost muscular in a way, but thin still. And it was the change of the fur that kind of caught me as well. The hair, I guess, maybe black and gray, and the black in the back, gray in the front. And as it kind of was moving in the wind as he was running with us, because I don't exactly remember where he came from. He just was next to the Blazer.
Did you see its teeth by chance?
I, you know, yes. I don't. It doesn't pop out to me. The eyes more. The red reflection in the eyes is more what caught me.
Yeah. Were they large eyes, small eyes? Anything about the eye shape?
No, nothing size wise. I mean, I guess I would say beady, so smaller. Red was what I had seen, and I would say it was probably right around when we left there that night. I think it was between 10:30 and 11 o'clock, so it was definitely dark out.
Yeah. What about the ears? Did you see the ears?
They were pointing up. They were definitely pointing straight up the whole time.
Wow.
Yeah.
Were the ears on top of the head, on the side of the head?
I would say the one that, because I was seeing him from the side more or less until he turned, but it was right at the top right here, went to a straight point, and they stayed pointed the whole time. Like they didn't kick back like he was running. They stayed up.
They stayed up.
Yeah.
Wow. And the ears, I've heard a story in Kentucky. The guy that saw the ears on one said there was tufts of hair. He saw
I would agree with that.
Inside the ear.
Oh yeah, there was hair everywhere. I mean, there was more hair than I guess I would say, because I'm thinking of it as a wolf myself. Like I'm wondering if I had a wolf running next to me, but no wolf runs on its back legs, and the hair was longer than you would see on a wolf. You know what I mean? It was definitely long.
And you saw the entire face and head.
Entire face when he turned, yes.
And any other part, like shoulders, arms, anything like that?
Yes, I mean when he's running, it was extremely quick, but I mean he's in that position, and like I said, like these arms were lean. They weren't like a dog arms. They were like more of a human arm covered in hair. You know what I mean? Like a very lean, muscular human arm, but
Uh,
hairy.
Harry,
Yeah.
you know, Cliff Barackman, I asked him about Dogman.
Okay.
He has a very good friend he trusts. He had a similar encounter, his friend did,
Okay.
where a dogman was running next to his vehicle.
Yeah.
And we need to find that because it's very close to your encounter.
I would like to see that. Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
And again, where was this again?
So this was Rose finished her high school, and she lived in Moorestown, Michigan. Moorestown, Michigan is just north of Lake City, Michigan.
Yep. About 12 miles.
Right off of she's about what? You were about what? 3
12
miles
miles.
off of M66?
Yeah.
3 or 4 miles off of M66 in Moorestown. And I mean, we've heard of other people that have, seen weird things in that area as well that are similar to that, sighting.
Since the sighting, has it changed your life at all?
It's definitely made me more of a less skeptic, I guess, more open-minded about it, in that way.
You have any nightmares?
No,
No?
I haven't had nightmares, but it's definitely not a picture that I've ever forgotten. When I seen it, I still see it. I mean, it's been 25 years, but I still remember it, like it was recently.
I bet.
Yeah.
And it stayed with you. You were doing about 30 miles an hour.
Yeah.
And it was keeping up with you.
I'd say for a matter of about 9 seconds, and she was on the gas pedal. So, I would say it was probably close to running 50 miles per hour by the time it started to fade back.
Wow.
Yeah. It was quick.
It was going fast.
It was fast.
And I had another experience in that same area, actually, out by Moorestown.
But stand next to your husband because the microphone's right there.
Yep.
You got to get close to him. Right?
All right. So, but this was in high school, but I didn't really see him. But there was 4 of us, like way out in a field, and we had a campfire going on, and we were in a Mustang, and I was with like locals. Like I had just moved up north, so I was kind of like the only city person, you know what I mean? But anyway, so we were just having a campfire out there, and all of a sudden there was something that started like a screaming, howling, monkeyish. I don't know. It was screaming though, but it started coming like towards us, where the 4 of us all jumped in the Mustang and started peeling out of this field that we were in. But whatever it was like it was still coming after us. The same way almost that this happened, with him and I, which is kind of weird, but it, like I said, it's like the same area.
Yeah. So sounds like they're aggressive in that area.
Seems like it. I mean,
we weren't hurting anybody. We were just having a little bonfire. There was only 4 of us, so we weren't even being like loud or anything, or nor were So I remember it more like in the middle of a field. Like there weren't woods right next to us. Like seems like we would have been interfering in anybody's like nest or home or something. So.
Yeah.
To chase us out of there.
The nerve of that dog man.
Exactly.
Right.
They have an attitude, these dog men. But it's true. A lot of people will tell you they tend to be more aggressive.
Yeah, I've heard that too.
So that's an interesting story. I really appreciate you guys sharing that.
Yeah, thank you. I'm glad to share it, honestly.